Howdy, y'all. I want to take just a moment to talk with you about BuildaBreak lessons because I think there's quite a few of you out there that perhaps don't fully understand the everything that BuildaBreak lessons offer. Yes, it's true that I teach several different solos in a BuildaBreak lesson, but there's so much more than that. So, first of all, if you've never done a BuildaBreak lesson, just really quickly, I take a melody or a song and I present it to you in a fairly basic way. Some of them are more basic than others. Regarding which level I start out with, but then we begin to add things. And various BuildaBreak lessons might add different kinds of things. We might be working on adding licks. We might be working on adding eighth notes. We might be working on changing keys, whatever it is. And so obviously one of the big uses for BuildaBreak lessons is to learn the breaks that I teach. For instance, when the Saints go marching in, I start with a very basic melody, and then I add harmonies, and then I add eighth notes, scale licks to finish that out. If you need a break or lesson or solos for when the Saints go marching in, there they are for you to learn. But that's not the main point of Build-A-Break lessons, not in the least. What Build-A-Break lessons are really designed to do is to give you a behind-the-scenes view of how I would build a solo. Okay, and what happens in my mind. And what my approach is in Build-A-Break lessons is to try to get down on paper and also communicate to you via the video lesson what's happening in my mind as I take what I consider a basic melody and then play it the way that I want to play it. Okay, so the goal of those is, again, not that you learn all of my different solos that I teach. You're definitely welcome to, but the goal is for you to just ride along with me in that process of building solos and do it again and do it again. And just like any kind of apprenticeship, you're going to begin soaking in and learning and mimicking and absorbing what the teacher is doing, so that, of course, the main goal is so that you come to your own melodies, whether that's a melody you compose or a melody to any song out there. You hear it and you begin to apply the same techniques, the same processes to that melody to develop your own solo, not to sound like me. Of course, it will be influenced by me if you learn from me, and that's great. We're all influenced by all kinds of people, but will ultimately sound like you. And I believe that that's a slow process at first. Can be. It's different for everybody. Depends on how formal you want to do it. If you want to put it on paper like I do in these lessons, that's just fine. But eventually, the point is, and I believe that it will happen, is that you will begin to build breaks in real time. So even in jam situations, you hear a melody, you've got that melody playing in your mind, and you begin to build that break using various tools and techniques and processes that you've learned from me to present that break, um, gussied up to those who are listening. It's also great for if you're deciding to record. You're going to go in and record an album or record with somebody, or maybe you're playing in a band situation. You're going to be presenting the same song multiple times. It helps you think about how to present those melodies too when you're taking a solo. So that's really the gold foundation of Build-A-Break lessons. So don't, of course, again, you can use them to learn whatever song I'm teaching. That's definitely there. That's the low-hanging fruit. But I believe the more valuable lessons to be learned is the cumulative knowledge that you're going to pick up by doing my Build-A-Break lessons over and over and over again with me as we look at various songs, various scenarios and situations, various things that we're trying to develop a melody toward. Okay? So I'm honored to have you on board. We're going to have fun building these breaks. I have tons of them on the sites already. All you got to do is just go to whatever instrument page that you play and then look there in the collections tab and choose Build-A-Break lessons, and you'll see them filtered there for you with the different skill levels. The other thing that I'll recommend if you're still watching is that even when a Build-A-Break lesson is listed as advanced or intermediate, and you say, well, I'm only a beginner player, listen through the lesson preview anyway, because often the first or the second iterations of that solo is going to be your skill level. Maybe the one that I end up with whenever I add everything I want to add is advanced, and that's why I classify it as advanced or intermediate. But more than likely, hence the Build-A-Break, we've come from a more basic solo. And so those are there for you to learn. And it's good for you to just see how advanced things come to be, even if you can't play them. Start talking. It's the same reason why I have adult conversations around my children. I want them to hear how adults talk. And so it's good to be exposed to more mature processes, and you'll begin to soak them up, and then your physical abilities will catch up with that. All right. Thankful for y'all. Let's dive into some build breaks together. Adios.